All right, guys. So our next topic here may be a little disappointing to anybody who is a fan of Keanu Reeves and heard the rumor that came out this past week about him being looked at by Sony slash Marvel to be playing Kraven, because it's come out that he actually this was never confirmed by anybody. I guess I'll just say that right off the top. It was never actually confirmed by Sony or Keanu at the time. This was a rumor that he had met with them to and was in talks to potentially play Kraven the Hunter in an upcoming Sony Spiderverse kind of movie, right? And never confirmed, just rumor, but a new source has come out who has indicated that that meeting did in fact happen, but Keanu had since turned the role down, which is where the unfortunate part comes in for anybody who was hoping to actually see that happen. I think he probably would have been a pretty decent Kraven, depending on how it was written. It's not the first choice I would have had for Keanu joining in the MCU or any sort of Marvel movie, in all honesty. But if you look at how visceral and great Keanu can be in action movies, you just apply John Wick, but throw in the fur, coat on him and just have him running through with a battle axe or something. I don't know. I could see it happening. I could see him having done it. Wouldn't have been my first choice. So I'm not 100% really. I don't know. I'm not super affected by this by any means.
Seem like the villain type.
I'd love to see him play a true big comic book villain though. Because everyone expects Keanu to come in and be the good guy. And you know what I mean? So a lot of times people want to be able to stretch their legs a bit, play something a little outside of the box, Keanu just coming in and playing in another badass hero. He does that already. He's Neo, he's John Wick, he's Bill.
That's the hero right there.
You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I would have liked to have seen him be a villain, but I don't know. I personally know if he would really been the. I would have had to have seen the script to definitively say Keanu's the guy for this. But the Kraven I picture in my head, I don't really see Keanu doing it. But again, I don't know the script, so maybe I think he could have pulled it off if it was written in a way that would have suited him. So what do you guys think of this? Are you disappointed that Keanu's not playing Kraven though?
I don't really have an opinion on it one way or another, but I don't know why. I just don't. But whoever that one guy was that we talked about, I forget his name was, but he looks dead on like Kraven. He would be perfect for it. And when I first heard that he was even in talks to play him, I was just kind of it doesn't seem like something he would do. But I could be wrong. He could have been great.
Yeah, until we saw the script, there's no way of knowing. Because Keanu's a great actor. I like everything that he does, really. He's not always in the best movies. He's been on a roll as of late.
Yeah.
There are a couple movies like that 47 Ronin movie, not very good. That movie where he rebuilt, what was it, replicas? Not a good movie. God, what was this other one he was in? Knock Knock, I think it was called.
Who's they?
Bad movie. But you got The Matrix, you got Bill and Ted, you got John Wick. These are all wins, man. And when Keanu's on, Keanu's on. The Lake House, good movie. Old movie. Not super old, but good movie. Him and old Sandy B there. What do you think, John? Do you think Keanu would have been a good Kraven? Or actually, because I think we could all say Keanu could do anything. So if they cast him and the script was good and it suited him, I think we all would have been fine with him playing him. But do you think it was a good fit for the Kraven that you typically think of? It's would you go to Keanu Reeves when you think of Kraven in your head?
No. I guess it's as simple as that. I was actually, when I heard this, I was disappointed. I thought this was something that was close to being a deal. And I had heard 6 months to a year ago that Keanu was in talks with Kevin Feige to join the MCU in some role. And that was my join the MCU. And so when I heard this news about Kraven, I thought, well, maybe Sony jumped in and was like, hey, wait, let's wrap Keanu up before the MCU gets a chance to put him in one of their movies. And I thought this was kind of a stunt casting type deal. Kraven's a foreign, he's not American. He comes to hunt Spider-Man. He's a giant burly man that hunts things. He's hunted the biggest game in the world, or the biggest game in the animal kingdom. And now he's here to hunt the biggest game in the world, man. He's hunting the ultimate man, Spider-Man. So Keanu, I just don't get that vibe from him. So I'm kind of happy that this didn't pan out. I think that obviously Sony's trying to find a way to expand their Spider-Man franchise with other villains. I just hope they find it. Oh,
I couldn't help it.
I had our mics muted because me and Rick just kept looking at each other. We're geeking so hard. I had to stop.
I cried.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You can keep going. I just had to everyone could see me and Rick just.
They're like, what are they laughing at? Like,
so I just had to tell everybody. So they all saw that you were frozen. So now you all know. John can go on and continue it.
So even in the studio, we can't get the freezing issue.
It's got to be something with Discord or something. I don't know what it is. It's weird because. And it's so weird because it happens at random. Like it doesn't happen at not all the time, but it's weird.
Last week we made it through the entire show, I think. Or one time you said it.
Yeah, I think it happened before we actually started, and then it never happened during. It was weird.
So I'll wrap up. I was just going to say that obviously Sony's looking to expand, and I hope they can do it in a smart way with characters that make sense and stories that make sense and actors that fit the role. Keanu just didn't, for me personally, fit that.
I agree.
Yeah, no, that's totally how I feel with it. And again, they could have wrote this version of Kraven in a way that Keanu's the guy. But I mean, clearly he didn't really feel that way, or he wasn't really, I don't know. He didn't like it because he decided to pass on it. So who knows? It could all be for the better. It could be a disappointment. I mean, it's obviously disappointing for anybody who actually wanted to see him in that role. I think I would love to see him join the MCU or something like that, because that's one thing he hasn't done really. He was Neo, he's John Wick,
he'd be a good Avenger.
Yeah, he's not. He hasn't really been in a big superhero movie or something. So I mean, they're the big things right now. So I mean, I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Marvel, MCU, Kevin Feige's already talked to him about something. I think before everyone kind of assumed he would be like Moon Knight, which I didn't really see that one either. I think the problem is too, it's when I think of Keanu, I can't even place what I would like him to be in my head. People thought Wolverine, but I don't know if that would really work either. Maybe Gambit, but I don't know if that would even work.
I could see that.
I can't really see that though, because Gambit's more of he's cool. You know what I mean?
Man.
He's cool, dude.
Keanu Reeves is cool as they come.
Nah, but not that kind of cool. He's a different kind of cool. He's a flaunt it cool.
Gambit is more an aloof cool. Gambit's more of a cocky.
Yeah, it's smooth, smooth talking versus, oh, you're a cool dude. It's no, this dude's cool.
He's a cool dude.
Cool. I don't know. I want to see him in something. I definitely do. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I just don't think any of the rumors that have came out for first Moon Knight and then now Kraven, I don't think those two fit. So I mean, it's very possible that he did meet with Kevin Feige and then met with Sony, and both of those were true. Maybe it was Moon Knight, and maybe it was this, and maybe he was just I don't fit that role. You know what I mean? How's the best Keanu I can do?
For me.
I don't think this is for me. So I don't know.
Thank you though for having me.
Yeah, right. But he's supposedly shooting John Wick 4 and 5 this year too, so I'm stoked for that. Because I want to see Keanu keep doing the things he's great at, and he's great at John Wick. He's gonna be in Matrix 4.
You killed my dog.
Right now, dude. Matrix 4 and John Wick 4 were supposed to, weren't they? We did a story on it a while back. They were scheduled to come out on the same day or in the same month or something.
Same week, same week or something.
Well, that'd be cool. And then picture if he does get an MCU role, we could have Keanu, or a DC role or something. 3 Keanu movies in a year. Matrix 5, John Wick 5, whatever.
There's been talk about a sequel to the Constantine film. DC, so I think that's far out there, but it's at least been talked about.
And I'd actually like to see that too, because where that Constantine wasn't Constantine, it was like a very own. It was an adaptation of Constantine. I guess that's the best way of saying it. It wasn't anything that was really trying to follow the source material. Really,
It wasn't his any lacking in the movie had nothing to do with him and
no,
the way he
I
played
like
it.
that movie. Like, I
Yeah.
think that's a good movie. Like, on
Yeah,
its
it is.
own, it's a great movie. Is it a movie that fits in with like Lucifer and Sandman and all that? Like, no, it's kind of its own thing. Like, but because that's the crazy thing that not a lot of people know. Like, Tom Ellis's Lucifer, like that's the same Lucifer that Constantine would be dealing with. So like,
It's very different from the movie and the show.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, and it's in the
Vast.
Lucifer show. While it's not a direct like adaptation of it, but like it takes a lot more elements from the series or from the comic than like the Constantine thing did. Like, for the most part. But either way, guys, question is, what do you think about this? Are you one of the people out there who was upset about this and was really happy about Keanu potentially playing Kraven, or were you kind of like me, where it's like, I think he could have done it, and I think it would have been great, but I personally like wouldn't have been my first choice for someone to play Kraven, but I totally want to see him come up in something like DC or MCU related. So let us know what your fan casting is of Keanu in either an MCU or a DCU movie down in the comment section below.